You would never hear someone say the phrase, "Oh my goodness, I am so sick. I must be dying of cancer." We would never hear this phrase. Then how come sometimes even on a daily basis, we hear common phrases such as we're cleaning a room, "Oh my goodness, I am so OCD." How come we hear the phrase after a long semester, "I have PTSD from this class"? How can we hear the phrases from our friends while they're doing their homework, "I can't focus. It must be my ADD"? We would never hear these. We always hear these phrases, but we would never hear someone say the phrase about joking about cancer. Mental illnesses might not seem common to us at times, but let's take this example for instance. Say you're in your class, and it's a general education class. There's about 100 people in there. On average, 2 people will have OCD. More than 2 will have bipolar depression. 1 will have schizophrenia. 7 will have depression. And 18 will have anxiety. Thinking about it that way, it really puts it into perspective of how many people in the world suffer from mental illnesses. It's found on average, 1 in 3 people during their adult lifetime will suffer from a mental health illness or crisis, which is kind of crazy to think about. Mental illnesses are real problems, and they affect real people. I grew up in a family where mental illness was kind of a known thing, and I have friends who have mental illnesses. I have a friend who has PTSD, and I have a friend who has ADHD. But it still didn't really hit me that hard about the suffering of mental illnesses until my sister was diagnosed with OCD over a year and a half ago. This was really rough on our family. We didn't understand exactly what OCD was. Even in my high school psychology class, we learned that OCD was someone who washed their hands obsessively, or someone who checked to make sure their door was locked more than 10 times. My sister didn't have this type of OCD, so I was very, very confused when she was diagnosed. OCD, or obsessive compulsive disorder, is characterized by intrusive thoughts that leads to unwanted behaviors. Let's take this example, for instance. Say you're driving your car down the freeway, and you think, "Oh, I could totally crash my car into the side." We've all kind of had those types of thoughts. But a normal person will say, "Well, that was a weird thought," and just completely disregard it. Someone with OCD will say, "Wait, why am I thinking about this? I don't want to die. I'm not a bad person. If I die, my family will be sad." And they'll go on and on and on for hours, weeks, about this thought. It doesn't seem very logical, but they can't get it out of their head. And it's very distressing. And it causes a lot of anxiety and depression because of that. OCD is just one type of mental illness. In today's world, now more than ever, people with mental illnesses are able to receive treatment through medications prescribed by psychiatrists and psychologists able to help them with therapy techniques and coping mechanisms. So they'll be able to live with their mental illness, and it won't cause distress on them. Using these stigmatizing phrases makes these people feel alone, makes them feel stuck. If someone hears someone say, "Oh my goodness, I am so OCD," we're shutting off that open communication. We're not creating open dialogue with these people. These people are our friends. They're our family. They're strangers. And they need that help. Eradicating these stigmatizing phrases will create open dialogue so that these people can be able to get the medical treatments and the help that they need. Thank you.